What if you could wake up one morning, not in the world you know today, but in a future so distant it feels almost impossible to imagine? What would you see? Would the Earth look familiar, or would it feel like stepping onto an alien planet? We often think about tomorrow, or maybe a few decades ahead, but the truth is, the story of our planet and our universe stretches far beyond the boundaries of a single human lifetime. Imagine being able to leap forward through time, not just 100 years, but thousands, millions, or even billions of years. What would life look like then? Would humanity still be here to see it, or would entirely new species inherit the Earth? Would cities still stand, or would they crumble into dust beneath shifting continents and rising seas? The future is both frightening and fascinating, filled with events that will reshape everything we know. From small changes like the length of a day to cosmic events that can erase entire worlds, the timeline of the universe is vast and awe-inspiring. So let's ask the question, if you could see that future, how far ahead would you dare to go? When we think about the future, most of us picture things within our own lifetimes, new technologies, changing cities, maybe even the possibility of traveling to Mars. But the future doesn't stop when our stories do. The Earth itself has a timeline stretching billions of years into the distance, filled with transformations more dramatic than anything we've ever experienced. So let's step outside the narrow frame of human history for a moment. Instead of asking what happens tomorrow or even 1,000 years from now, let's zoom out. Let's imagine time as an endless road, stretching forward across vast ages. Along this road, continents will drift and collide, mountains will rise and erode, species will emerge and disappear. Stars themselves will burn out, collapse or explode, reshaping the galaxy in waves of unimaginable energy. And the most remarkable part? All of this is not fantasy. It's written into the laws of physics, geology, and astronomy. The universe has a script of its own, unfolding with or without us. The only question is, will humanity still be here to see it, or will we simply leave behind echoes, waiting for someone or something else to discover them? To really understand just how powerful the future can be, let's start with something closer to home, something that has already happened in our own time. Take the disaster at Chernobyl. On April 26, 1986, in a small town in Ukraine, reactor number 4 at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant exploded, releasing more than 8 tons of radioactive material into the atmosphere. The city of Pripyat was abandoned almost overnight, its homes, schools, and amusement parks left frozen in time. Even today, decades later, the Chernobyl exclusion zone remains one of the most radioactive places on Earth. Chernobyl reminds us of 2 things. First, how fragile our world really is, and second, how the events of a single day can echo across thousands of generations. If one disaster can leave such a mark, imagine what the timeline of Earth itself has in store. So let's begin our journey forward through time. In just 50,000 years, the subtle pull of the moon will slow the Earth's rotation enough that our days will be 1 full second longer than they are today. It's a small change, almost unnoticeable, but if humans are still here, we'll have to decide, do we keep adding leap seconds to our clocks, or simply redefine what a day really is? Move forward to 100,000 years, and the night sky itself will look completely unfamiliar. The constellations we use today, Orion, the Big Dipper, Cassiopeia, will have shifted beyond recognition as our solar system drifts through the Milky Way. If our descendants are still stargazing, they'll be looking at a sky we wouldn't even recognize. At 500,000 years, the Earth will almost certainly be struck by an asteroid at least 1 kilometer wide. Such an impact would create a crater hundreds of kilometers across and throw enough dust into the atmosphere to choke out sunlight, devastating global ecosystems. And by 1 million years, a supervolcano eruption could blanket the planet in ash and magma, plunging Earth into a volcanic winter. Entire civilizations could be erased in the span of a single eruption. But Earth's story is only a small chapter in a much larger book. If we zoom out further, we begin to see how fragile our planet really is against the vast backdrop of the cosmos. In about 50 million years, Mars's moon Phobos will spiral closer to the planet until it breaks apart, forming a dazzling ring system that could rival Saturn's. By 100 million years, Saturn itself may lose its iconic rings entirely, as gravity pulls its icy debris into the planet or flings it into space. Fast forward 240 million years, and our entire solar system will have completed a single orbit around the Milky Way's galactic core. A journey so immense that the last time this happened, dinosaurs were just beginning to walk the Earth. By 500 million years, a nearby gamma-ray burst could sweep across the galaxy, unleashing more energy in seconds than our sun will release in its entire lifetime. Such an event could strip away Earth's protective ozone layer, triggering mass extinctions across land and sea. These aren't just science fiction scenarios. They are cosmic certainties waiting to unfold, reminders that even stars and galaxies live on borrowed time. When we step back and look at these vast timescales, it's easy to feel small, almost insignificant. Entire continents shift, stars are born and die, galaxies collide, and yet our lives barely last the blink of an eye compared to cosmic time. And still, despite our fragility, humanity leaves marks that can echo far beyond us. Think about the Voyager spacecraft launched in 1977, now drifting through interstellar space. Each carries a golden record, a time capsule of Earth, with greetings in dozens of languages, sounds of nature, and music created by people who never imagined their art would travel between the stars. One song, played on a slide guitar by Blind Willie Johnson, carries with it the voice of a man who lived nearly a century ago. His music now journeys farther than any human has ever gone, perhaps destined to outlast even our species. This is what makes humanity remarkable. For all our struggles, our wars, and our mistakes, we are also dreamers. We build, we imagine, we create, and we send our creations into the darkness with hope that someone or something might one day find them. In a universe so vast, that spark of curiosity is what makes us infinite. And so, when we look ahead, not just to the next century, but to millions and even billions of years, we begin to see our place in the grand timeline of the universe. Earth will change, the stars will move, even the galaxies themselves will one day fade into silence. Against such vastness, our lives may seem impossibly brief, like sparks flashing in the dark. But perhaps that is exactly what makes us extraordinary. We are here now, aware of it all. We can look up at the night sky and not only wonder where we came from, but also imagine where the universe is going. That ability, to question, to dream, to create stories about futures we will never see, is uniquely human. One day, the last traces of our species may be nothing more than artifacts drifting through space or whispers in the fossil record of a long-dead world. Yet even then, our curiosity will have mattered. Because in the fleeting moment we had, we dared to ask, what comes next? And maybe that question itself, the courage to imagine tomorrow, will be our greatest legacy.